Hello, howdy ho there, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking, and thank you for starting to watch this video. Another episode of Lore of Warcraft. On this show, we have been covering every single thing for years in the World of Warcraft universe, and we have recently, well, not that recently, probably for close to a year and a half now, been playing through everything World of Warcraft Classic related. Snags, reboots, and we just wrapped up Redridge Mountains, and we are now doing a kind of interstitial level, an intermission, if you will. So stay a while and listen to this. If you don't like the intermission levels, which involve some travel, some housekeeping, some quest reading, a few rando things, I'll see you on the next episode. I actually had started this. That's why I'm out in the wilds here. I started it, I made it from here in Booty Bay to right here, a large part because I have the Swift Wind buff from when we did Call of Wind, which gives me a 40% movement speed increase and an attack speed of 30%. If this is true, my 40 plus 40, I'm rocking an 80% increase to movement speed, possibly. If it's multiplicative, 140% times this 40% basically, so on top of it plus another, that would be like 56%. So either way, we're moving pretty fast here because of that buff. Now, why are we doing this? Let's talk about what we're going to cover today. Like I said, we did finish. It was an intense, and my talking was probably lame because we basically two-manned. At one point, we had a little bit of help from a third. All of the elite quests in Redridge. It was pretty fun. But now that that's done, what we're doing is we're actually, to really wrap Redridge 100%, we actually have to go there with the Horde, because the Hillary's Necklace quest is completable by Horde characters. So we have to make our way there. There's no easy way. We're going to go up through Duskwood and then into Redridge that way. That's the plan. We're going to go from Stranglethorn up through Duskwood, avoiding Townsend guards. We also have a quest I forgot to take us back when we hit level 29, which was the quest available, I want to say it's a Stranglethorn quest? I mean a Baron's quest. There is a quest somewhere in the Barrens, right there. The Swarm Grows. All it is a quest that takes us from Badlands into Orgrimmar, but it is a breadcrumb quest that would otherwise... Actually, we want to stay on this road. So we're going to knock that quest out while we're here, too. We also have the housekeeping necessary. After this, the next zone that they will do is Ashenvale, the next zone that old Lee Console here will do is Ashenvale. But we will be starting Duskwood tomorrow. So to touch back on why we were in the middle and why this episode is starting so late, I haven't really been doing those. I will be back to doing late episodes like this in about a week or so. I don't know. I got to figure out how I'm going to do it. I've been making the Assassin's Creed episodes still. I'm about 5 into those. I just made the 5th one today. What happened was I just started to play this, and about 2 minutes in, there was an annoying notification that we were having a server reset. So that put the kibosh on the level. Oh, we can skin this young Strangle. Look at this. Free real estate just waiting for me. Put the kibosh on the episode, and because I had work and other things going on today, I just decided to switch over and kind of swap the order of things, and I made the Assassin's Creed episode, and which I was going to make tonight, and just swap these two. So it's kind of weird for me because I had gotten myself into a groove over the past couple weeks where this is my morning routine and my nighttime routine has been Assassin's Creed. So it's kind of a little bit of a switch in my mentality. but nothing we can't handle. It's not like we haven't made evening records on this show over the years. If you want to check out those Assassin's Creed videos, I put a couple for free on there. They're on the Patreon page. I have put a membership in there. Right now, the one they suggest you start with is a membership is $5 a month. If you want to support me in any way, that would be awesome. It would really help me continue to fund this project and get out of the red in it. But if not, that's cool. That's not going to stop me. I'm still going to keep producing Lore of Warcraft like I have for years. I'm not going to slow down. As a matter of fact, you may have noticed there's been an uptick in the amount of time. I don't know if that's going to be sustainable. I want it to be. But I don't know. I don't know how I'm going to work it out with the amount of time, life takes up. But also, I mean, I've been producing in total over the past 2 weeks. I'm averaging Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. I'm averaging almost 4 hours of content plus prep work behind the scenes. Probably 6 hours minimum a day. That's not going to be possible. That's because I'm on. I was on vacation for some of that time, also on work from home for some of that. So basically, I can squeeze every little minute of my free time into that. But, you take hours of sleep, and then there's not enough to add in hours of a full work day at the office in for that too. That's going to be unsustainable. So I'm either going to have to I'm trying to consider what I'll have to do. I'll either have to trim it down or I'll have to shuffle it and use more of my weekend time on that, which is fine too. I also have to save time in my life to get out of this chair so that I don't just turn into a big fat blob. So pretty much if you're not seeing me recording, especially when I'm at work, then I'm up and out of the chair. I don't do any kind of hardcore exercise. Like I've talked about, I am a fan of hiking. Love to hike. Love to walk. I do, play with the dog every day. I always get 15,000 steps a day. So I always try to at least, that's not necessarily anything intense or high impact. I just like to stay mobile. I'm trying to figure out how I want to best skirt Darkshore here. I think if I kind of come out, it should be okay. I just don't want to attract any of the Darkshore guards. Not that they're like crazy OP, but we're only level 30. But I don't want to go off that way, even though we have explored that already because we went somewhere. We've been here before. I don't know where, but... Or maybe that just popped up because I got close. I don't know. Nope, I walked into town. Oh, good. I was... Dang it, no! I'm gonna die. I made a mistake. Oh, that's lame. Ooh, I have reincarnation. Wait for them to reset. Ah, what a waste. I wasted my reincarnation. I thought maybe I'd be able to, like, accomplish something. I should have, like, maybe reincarnated a little bit further away, so right there. And I don't know what the I can't remember what the cooldown is on reincarnation. An hour. Okay, so that was a bad move on my part. I walked too close in. I was trying to cut corners, and I came too close to Darkshore. I actually don't know that I've ever made that mistake before. So, you're watching me be an idiot, and I'm sure that's what we want. We want to see the content of me being a fool. Speaking of me being an idiot and a fool, man, I gotta say, There is some... I kind of wanted to get up here so I could... there we go. Run out that way. I on my dry run episode today, I'm trying my best to enjoy my limited time, because I've got only about a week and a half left, and then it's all systems go heavy duty. Back at the office full time, and there's not anything I can do about it. Not if I want to pay my bills. So I'm really trying to maximize, just put my head in a hole and pretend that I can focus as much time as I can on this. But when I was doing my prep work, living my life, I decided to do all of Scarlet Monastery. So I got a group together where I said, look, looking to do a Scarlet Monastery group. I'll take anyone that wants to come that is, you know, appropriate for any of the Scarlet Monastery levels, and we're going to start at Graveyard and go as far as we can to complete the 2 quests. So I got about 3 people in the group together. A healer, maybe a DPS, I don't remember who the other one was. When the healer says, hey, I have someone that can carry us. Okay. So I don't really care. I'm mostly just doing it for the quests. So I was like, whatever, that's fine. Right off the bat, I could already tell when this happened, this was going to end up being my just eating at me for the day, and which is terrible to have all this stuff live rent-free in my mind. But I knew I was going to come on my next episode to make a rant about this, so here it is. So I recall, right now we're in Red Ridge. I'm going to show you the way, in my opinion, that's the easiest to get to Hillary's necklace without dying like we just did in Darkshore. So right off the bat, the person was basically like, we're all still traveling to Scarlet Monastery. We're swimming across the lake. You know, we're all making our way there. No one's even there yet. We're not even... This person doesn't really know the composition. First of all, my character is level 42, 43. I dinged to level 43 within the first, like, 5 minutes of the dungeon. So it's not like I'm drawing mad aggro from far away. It's also not like I can't handle myself for everything except for the cathedral. I could probably handle 1 to 2 guys. My guy's no slouch, my mage. So if I accidentally drew 1 to 2 mobs, that's on me. Leave me to my own devices. Also, this was a frost mage doing the carry, which is 90% of the carries. Okay, so I too am a frost mage. I'm not level 60. Okay, so here we go. So what you have to do here is be very careful. You just don't want to pull any guards. When I did this with my druid, it was a little bit easier because I could just go in. If we would have had if I had shiny fish scale or oils, that would have been easy too. But as a druid, you could just use aquatic form. But the goal is to swim in such a way that you don't pull any guards. You want to approach from the water and swim across this lake. I'll get back to my rant in a minute. Don't you worry. We have time. We have freaking time for me to rant. Alright, this guard right here is the problem. So, Guard Clark. Guard Clark pats. You just have to wait for Guard Clark's pat to take him away. Come to this side. And once Guard Clark's pat is away, you can go jump yourself. You can go... Now, we're not going to screw around and take a lot of time here. Okay? So we're going up here to Lakeshore. The kids will not aggro. They are neutral. They are our friends. We're picking up the quest. We've already read this quest. So now it's a matter of just completing it. And we just have to do the same thing again. Again, if you have any kind of water-breathing stuff, once you're in the lake, there are no mobs. Red Ridge is not a hard zone at level 30 at all. Competition's not an issue. If you don't let the guards aggro on, you won't be in PvP. And even if you do, there's our thing. Now, I guess there's a hidden...
I'm out of range.
There is a hidden, like, metric or meter. I don't know what it is called. There's a hidden reputation bar, basically, that exists for, like, all factions. Like, there's Guard Clark. He's the only, he/she is the only one we have to worry about. Uh-oh. That guard just saw me. That guard saw me. They saw me. I got too close to a guard. Dang, bro. I didn't even see that guard. So, but look though, we're not rezzing very far away. So, some guard we aggroed. I don't even know where we aggroed him from. So I guess be smart, just keep your head on a swivel. The first time I did this, I did not die at all when I did this with my druid. Apparently, I got two, oh, there he is. This guard has moved on here, so there's another patrolling guard that is standing right there. We just have to wait for him to patrol away. So that's what got us that time. There's Guard Clark, but I guess this guard patrols too. So, I actually have never encountered him before. So, I do believe he will patrol away. We'll give it a minute. If not, we can just run and turn in and die one more time. I probably should have took my gear off or something. This is costing us money. After this, we're going to just hearth out of here, back to Orgrimmar, and then fly to the crossroads, and then fly back to Orgrimmar. Okay, so I don't know what this guard's doing. Now, if we wanted to, we could res right up there, because our ghost is now, we don't, close enough that we can res on top. I'll give him like a minute to see where he's going to go. I don't want to be targeted on him, but... I just don't want to mess with these guys. But yeah, like, I'm not exaggerating. This guy, he's not always here. I don't know where he came from. He must patrol. So, I'm looking down here at 9:45. I'm going to give him 1 to 2 minutes before I just decide to take the L and die again. So, back to my rant. So, one of the things I don't like about this game, World of Warcraft, in Classic particular, but it's present in all gaming culture, and it's present in all Blizzard / Microsoft gaming culture, it's present in retail. But this concept that the game is so serious that you have to take it seriously while you're playing it, and the expectation is, because people have gone out, say, in beta and posted YouTube videos, the impetus is on you to have watched those videos, done the research, and I guess associated yourself with a guild to where you have done trial and error runs on your own. So, by the way, when we turn in, you turn into the girl because we're about to suicide turn in. So that kind of culture, where there is zero tolerance for lack of knowledge, and there is zero expectation to be a teacher. Oh, I didn't get in time! Oh, man. That sucks. Yikes. Another couple silver every time. Stupid guard. He will disappear. BT dubs. That guard will disappear. I just have to... keep dying. Man, I don't know. Was not quick enough with me. Turn in. Try it again. No! I'm gonna try and get out of here without dying. I couldn't turn that quest in. We gotta go turn it in, but I need to get that guard out of there. Got myself a heal. Let's see where I can go, if I can get that guard off my You chased me across the river. Alright, he stopped chasing me. At least with more full life, I can survive maybe a couple more hits. He's still there. I'm telling you, he does. We saw he was not there in the beginning. I don't know why he's there. And we have no real stealth to speak of. He's gone. Look at that. He just despawned. So something about the way that we originally came caused him to spawn and run in. But he just despawned. There's Guard Clark right there. So that's all we have to do is, I don't know what makes that guy spawn in. I don't know the rules. But look, now he's there. So we just had to wait. It was about 5 minutes. Now we can turn in Hillary's necklace. If you want to read check out one of the other episodes we did. If you want to know the actual text, we already read that. It doesn't change. They don't speak in blue blah language just because you're Horde. It's all whatever. They lost the necklace. We found it for them. And we got some points on the hidden. See, we got no rep, whereas normally you'd get Stormwind, but I guess there's supposedly a Stormwind, like an Alliance and Horde cross-faction rep hidden thing that cost us 12 silver. But we got a couple pieces of leather out of it. Yeah. Nothing special. Alright, now to fly to the other quest that we have to do. Alright, so I'm doing all of this setup, really, because obviously I'm echo chambering myself and I'm speaking into it. But, and I know that some people, you know, I get the mantra, if you want to do something, do it good. Be the best that you can be. And these resources exist out there, so it is on you to become good at this game without help because the resources exist. This is not a new game. It's a game that's 20-something, you know, years old, whatever. So you have no excuse. Okay. I get it. But I am a proponent of the concept of don't take yourself too seriously. So, I remember reading on a Reddit once that this guy basically starts a dungeon, and he is a mage. And the healer in the run, or somebody that used mana, basically just whispers the guy, water. Maybe they said water, please. I don't know. So the guy gives him whatever he had in his inventory. Maybe a 16 stack or something like that. So the guy cancels the trade. And after about the second or third time, he's like, dude, what's the deal? And he says, you're not giving me enough water. So he's canceling the trade of a 16 stack. Because he wants the 20 stack, I guess. Right off the bat, you're a douche, man. If that's who you are, you're a straight douche. I'm sorry. And I understand I might be losing. I lose subscribers from time to time. It's probably because I'm boring. I suck. My content is lame. It's amateur. All of those things I know. But I don't usually put my hot takes out there because I try to be open-minded. And I understand there are people in this game, here's the swarm grows, that maybe that would tune into this show that are also
many travelers who've come through the crossroads
that kind of guy
field of giants,
or person.
And many of them have tales of how deadly the creatures are. I've heard enough to consider them insects a much larger threat than my master's first thought. I need a courier to travel to Orgrimmar to meet Belgrim Rockmaul. It'd be no simple matter, and someone who would take the task seriously should go. Belgrim usually be found outside the Warriors Guild house.
So that troll is basically saying, like, these are bugs. The eggs that we killed in the Field of Giants. People are spreading the word of this. I have a sealed note about it. Go to Orgrimmar and bring it to this guy because I think this is a bigger deal than we're imagining. And this is the highest level quest that you can do in the Crossroads. That's considered a Baron's quest. Anyway. So what did the guy do? He, in this Reddit story, the guy then proceeds to just mass produce hundreds of water, and he fills up the entire trade window with water. And, 10, 20 stacks of 20 stacks, whatever it is. So, the dungeon group then kicks him. And whispers him as they kick him, make jokes on your own time. So, to me, I think that's a funny response. You're being a douche. And so, I'm gonna... You say that's not enough water, well, here you go. All the water you want. I think it's quite funny. I think it was a great response to the situation. And this is a game. You're not making money from it. I'm guaranteeing you, if you're making money from this game, you're not playing random pugs. That's for sure. And/or you're just farming. You're just making money off the gold. So, and then in that case, again, you're not doing pugs. You're doing carries, maybe, paid carries. None of these situations apply to the story in Reddit or to what I'm doing. So other than that, no, you are just some freaking slob like me that has a 9-to-5 job that does this. Maybe you've got some aspirations or whatever, just like me, but you're just playing a game. You pay for this game, you're just playing it. And I think across the world, in all arenas, not just this game, you get people that really have a bad problem taking themselves too seriously. So how does this apply to me on a less extreme scale? Because I'm not going to poke the bear as bad as that. We get this carry. We get there. On the way there, like I said, the guy's already talking about you. Just so you know, everybody hang back. Everyone's got, standard common sense. When you're being carried, stand back and let the guy clear. Okay? So, because you don't want to aggro. Now again, I'm level 43 in like Scarlet Monastery Graveyard. I'm not pulling aggro. So, I'm not worried so much about myself. So what then I say to the guy in chat, like, because he's like, nobody should be a hero, everybody should know they just gotta stay back and everybody just pull and don't be annoying, you're gonna piss me off, blah blah blah.
Blood and thunder. Strength.
I envy you, Shaman. You have the look of someone who's been outside the walls of Orgrimmar for a while. I myself would travel in the name of the war chief if Thrall didn't have the need of my skills here in the city. But he leads us well, and I trust his judgment. I remain here for as long as he needs me.
A note from Corrin. He has been a loyal servant for some time now. I was wondering how his duties were going in the Crossroads.
We're not going to take the second chain, because the rest of this will then send us into Thousand Needles. We will eventually pick that up, but not right now. That's all we had to do on the Horde. We're going to hop over to our Alliance member now. Those are the 2 quests that we're going to complete on this episode. Anyway, long story short, basically I make some kind of joke like, oh, well, I was planning on running around copying all of your moves and pretending that I was like a god. And this guy's like, no, absolutely do not do that. You're going to get yourself killed. You're going to mess up my pulls. So, message received loud and clear. No humor allowed. Obviously, I was making a joke, and this person was a freaking idiot. So, right now we're just here to mess with some blacksmithing. We can go to Ironforge. Our next zone is Duskwood, but we actually, we might not even need... Do we need to go to Ironforge? Probably not. We can actually probably just get away with being here. We don't have any quests to turn in here, but we do have... we don't have to worry about bandage making or anything like that. All of our other things, cooking's fine. Probably need some new recipes. Fishing. Oh yeah, this person was good until level 30 on fishing. You know what? Our Leakin Soul, she probably needed to fish. Let's go check that out actually real quick. Just take a peeky poo at her. And if so, we'll continue to fish from it. No, we're good. Look at us. Awesome. So, that was, to me, was strike one, because I'm like, okay, well, you're sending the message loud and clear. You are just... First of all, I didn't ask for the carry either. I was just like, whatever, I don't care. If that's what you guys want, that's cool. I truly didn't care. But don't act like you're doing me some massive favor when I didn't come seeking the carry. So then, like, you don't know what everyone's headspace is. You didn't talk to me. You don't know me. And the only thing you did was let me know this run is not about fun. It's not about jokes. This is about serious business of getting loot, XP, and gold. And that's the only reason why we're playing this right now. To improve our characters. So I hate that. Put that in there with GDKP and carry selling and all of it. That mentality, to me, is toxic. Sorry. So then as we continue to play, so there's a talent that mages have. This will be the end of my rant. There's a talent that mages have that make it to where you... anytime you resist a spell, you gain 1% of your mana back. So, this guy, I guess, was apparently relying on the caster's mana spells that he was resisting to recharge his mana to allow him to continue to make pulls faster. That wasn't communicated, and also he's using Ice Block on his pulls, so we have to wait 5 minutes in between the cooldowns when he uses Ice Block anyway. So, after a while, myself, he's using Blizzard. When he's using Blizzard, at that point in time, I was just adding Blizzard into the overall run. So, about 3/4 of the way through the experience, the guy's like, stop messing with my mana generator. Okay? I don't know who he's talking to. I don't know if he's rhetorically speaking to the NPCs. I have no idea. I wasn't putting 2 and 2 together because I wasn't thinking about the resistances of the spells helping fill him up on his mana. Valid point. So, comes on 1 to 2, one more pull happens, then he starts cussing. Seriously, stop effing with my pulls, blah blah blah. So, his buddy, that was also from the same guild, then starts saying, you gotta let him do all of the pulls himself. He needs the attack, or like, basically, let him do all of it. So, I said, I didn't realize that stop messing with my pulls, stop effing, and I repeated verbatim what he said, meant that. So then the guy's like, oh, my apologies, let me explain it to you, and then proceeds to say nothing for the entire rest of the run. So then then the other person explains the talent, and I'm like, okay, I see the mage talent. Basically, they I tried once or twice to just make normal conversation, like, hey, what's the deal? Why are you using ice armor over mage armor if mana regeneration's such a big deal? Explain that to me. And they're like, well, anytime you're going to get hit by melee, you want ice armor going on instead. So it was just this whole thing where it just made me feel like I was running around with a douche. So, for what it's worth, from my side, from my perspective in the world, if you want to take the game seriously, and you're going to do pugs, at least maybe work on communication. And I will work on not being such a whiny little baby. And I apologize for that. So as we grind out here, the only thing I wanted to do really was just do what we're doing right now. Clear up some of her stuff in her inventory, play with the blacksmithing. Maybe we have to go to Ironforge. And then we'll take a minute and we'll pause and we'll do the level 30 warrior quest lines. So as a matter of fact, we'll start that right now. So I'm going to go ahead and make these grinding stones. And while we do, let's look and see what quests we have. Because if you look at the class quests, we walked all the way over to Warlock and we completed level 30 up to the binding. There's a level 31 Warlock chain too that we will have to complete right away. So one more level. But at level 30, there's this warrior chain right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's a 7 chain. So the Islander Warcraft. We'll start the chain. Now this is most likely Horde / Alliance. It probably goes either way. So it can start from 6 different people, I guess. We're gonna check and see. It looks like the script is pretty much the same. It's just showing you that it can start from any warrior trainer. Okay, that's fine. Heavy grinding, so we didn't get any. Alright, so what can we make here? 8 for the gauntlets. I'd have to go get my silver. 6. I think I do have silver. Dang it. We'll have to go over to the or actually, let's just start with these. We only need 4 of them, which is, we can make 4. Okay, so we'll start that, and while we crank out those 4, we'll read the first quest. Okay, so the Islander is step 1, followed by the Affray, and that's the 2-step sheet that we see right here. It says, your renown as a warrior grows. Now it is time to pit yourself against your peers and see where you stand. There is an island off the coast of the Barrens south of Ratchet. It is called Frey Island, and it's a place where warriors meet and fight. Speak with the chief warrior of Frey Island, Clannock MacLeod. If he finds you worthy, then Clannock will lead you further down the warrior's path to reach Frey Island, search for the sandbar shallows along the merchant's coast. And it is out there. It's really not that hard to find. Hello, warrior. It's good to see you made it to Frey Island. I hope you find it to your liking. Where we will do number 2, the Affray. Where we will kill Big Will and then speak to Clannock MacLeod. If you want to learn from me, then you must first pass the Affray. It's a challenge we on Frey Island like to offer rising warriors who think they're tough, and if you can pass this test, then I'll know you are. To begin with, walk into the middle of that crowd yonder and step on the grate, then tell Twiggy Flathead you're ready and he'll send challengers against you. Beat all challengers, and he'll call out Big Will, kill Big Will, and return to me in the time we allow. Have you completed your challenge? Well done, you've passed the Affray. You're a worthy warrior, and I'm honored to teach you. That opens up the Wind Watcher. So, and that also teaches you Path of the Berserker, so you can now learn your Berserker moves. We're level 150. I don't know if we can continue here with this.
What's on your... Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lads.
We have 9
With the
silver
subway
of repairs
those
to
gnomes
do.
built, it's easier than ye might think to transport goods.
We might
around.
have to go over there, because
If they try to tack on import
83,
fees, just tell them you're
51.
going to buy your gear from me.
Alright, so I'm just checking this stats while we're here. No. Those are the things we made. I don't even remember what the heck did we do where we got all this gear. I don't remember what we did on the last episode. 3, 2. Oh yeah, we just did all those elite quests, that's all. Got some stuff. Alright, before we get back to that, what about... Yeah, I can still make heavy wool. Okay, so we'll go ahead and start making heavy wool. Alright, while we read The Wind Watcher. So this is out there. Now that you've learned your Berserker's stance, you'll want a nice weapon to use it with. You see people with this weapon all the time. Talk to Bathra the Wind Watcher, a troll hermit who lives between the Alterac Mountains and the Western Plaguelands. He's a skilled weapon maker and a powerful shaman. To find Bathra, go to the river that flows along Terran Mill's eastern flank, follow it north. Bathra is camped near the ruins that rest along the river's eastern bank. We haven't gained 1 point yet. You have traveled far, young warrior. I see fire in your eyes. You seek a weapon of great power. Yes, I can help you with your quest, and you can help me with mine. Which will give us the Cyclonian. So this is where you start working on your awesome axe. I've spent ages watching this site, and this is up here. If you go to Terran Mill or wherever, follow up the river, he's off to the side. Man, we've completed like 20 or something bandages, not 1 point. I watched that one day I might see the Great Cyclonian fall, but I've not yet found a champion to defeat the Wind Lord. Perhaps you are that champion. Prove it to me, gather the items I need to summon Cyclonian, and I will know you're a great warrior. Perhaps then you can defeat him and gain his Whirlwind Heart. If so, then I will infuse the heart's power in a weapon, and I will give that weapon to you. Here is a parchment with the items I need. Do you have the items? Gathering them is the proof I need that you have the strength to free Cyclonian. I actually have not, still haven't done that with my warrior. All of those wool things, we did not get 1 point. Absolute trash. Now wool, we just basically wasted all of the wool that we could have saved to turn in for quests. For wool trade-in quests, but whatever. Get some silver from it at least. And we're now ready to save up the 210 for those bandages. Okay, what's that? Oh, coal. That weird thing. Alright, let's finish this quest at least. I already have that recipe. You've gathered the items for my spell and have shown me your strength and cunning, but the next stage of our quest is even more perilous. Let us hope your strength does not falter. He gives you Bathra's parchment. And we'll read that in just a minute. First, let's see. Do we have to go to Ironforge to continue our training? And then we need Duskwood next. There's a journeyman blacksmith. There's the expert.
Great. So you want to be a blacksmith, eh?
So he
Have
can
an apron and a hammer,
teach us
lass.
those.
Let's see what you've got.
Okay. And we already have expert, but what can we really do? That's a lot of stuff. Easier. Wow. Okay, so that one we already built. So needing silver for both of those. So I guess let's go get the silver that we would need and then see how much we have. Okay, so it says below you'll find that which is needed for my spell to summon the Great Cyclonian. It does appear though that we're gonna start needing iron to really like iron buckle. Oh, we can make that. That'll help us out. Golden skeleton key. If we get gold. What else? Golden rod. So that will help us. Those are needed by enchanters. So if we have any gold, that can help a little bit. We'll work on that. And then if we do get to at least 155, then we do have to pop over to Ironforge. And we just have a couple quests left to do. And then we're done with this episode. We've done really everything I wanted to do And we're ready to start Duskwood tomorrow. There is one other episode. I don't think I'm going to do it tonight. I will do it, if not tomorrow, I'll do it sometime this week so that I still get one more, but that small little lore episode. Just not feeling it with the way the day's flown. That really, I don't know why, just having a pissy experience in the game, and even though if I am the sensitive drama queen, whatever, I didn't really make a big deal in the dungeon. I just felt like the person was just, I mean, I don't know, I guess I should just get over it. I just feel like if you're that...
No one's ever stolen anything out of here. Not in the whole
I have 7 silver.
History.
That can get me some points. Rough. The rough doesn't really help us. Yeah, add more rough in there. Coarse and heavy, those are fine. Moonstone, those are useful, but I don't think I need them right now. Okay. I think that's good. We just need these silver. But yeah, that's, I mean, coupled that with also I kind of had a down day on the actual records, on the overall progress of the show. It was a day, you know, it still gets me when I'm sure at this point, as long as we've been doing this show, I've lost so many subscribers, probably for little rants like I'm doing today here. But if I have a day where like I lose multiple, and then it makes me assess, all right, what's happening on the show? What did I do? But I can't really self-assess very well. I'm like, I feel like I was fine. But, I mean, what's changed? I've made really long episodes over the past few days. So the level of the content, I understand. I don't really expect anyone to really be able to consume all that I make. Unless you had, like, a job where you're on the road, or you just played my voice in the background while you played. Then, I get it. You're not... I make so much. So it can kind of become like white noise. But I guess maybe if you had it going on at your job or something like that. But that doesn't hurt my feelings. But so it's just part of the name of the game too, just losing subscribers. It's just how it's going to go. Alright, I can make 4 gauntlets, or I can make 4 bronze boots. Let's do that. Okay, we'll look at these while we make those. Let's look at these quests. So below you'll find that which is needed for my spell to summon the great Cyclonian. May fortune go with you. Bathra, the Wind Watcher. Life root. This may be gathered from the wilderness or gained from the withervine beasts of Dustwallow Marsh. Its power will be necessary to draw the life essence of Cyclonia into this world. I would just buy it. Bloodscalp tusks. The tusks of the Bloodscalp trolls in Stranglethorn Vale have a rare quality. The deprivation of the Bloodscalps is concentrated in their tusks, and if ground into powder while their vile powers may be unleashed, that's fine. You could probably do that with, like, they're the ones, I think, if they're the ones in the north, then you could handle killing a couple of those guys slowly. Essence of the Exile. This essence is gained through the fusion of the 3 charms of the elemental exiles of the Arathi Highlands. Gather thundering, burning, and cresting charms from the elementals, then place 8 of each in my cauldron. From the charms, the essence of the exile will form. Those guys are tough. That's, this is a level 40 quest. You're not doing that on your own at level 30. It's just not happening. Alright, so I would say no to that, but Iron Buckle is now green. I want to save my iron, and I had no gold. So that's it. That's good. So let's just finish reading about the quest while we fly to Darkshore. There's no need. We're 1 point off, so...
Don't let the humans in the bazaar fool you, lass. With the subway those gnomes built, it's easier than ye might think to transport goods from Ironforge. If they try to tack on import fees, just tell them you're gonna buy your gear from
I'm gonna sell this coal because we can get it from wherever, and I don't currently need it. But that's, Spice chili crab. 160. Close, but not there yet. Yeah. I'm just going to wait till I get more bronze and more quartz stone. So as we fly to Darkshire, that will be where we start tomorrow. That zone. I think we can bust Darkshire out as fast as we did Red Ridge here. I think we can do it in 3 days. And Duskwood, I mean. And then we'll be moving on to Ashenvale, I believe, with both factions. To finish that with both factions and including Black Fathom Deep is going to take us a little over a week. So I think by the end of next week we should be done with Ashenvale and Black Fathom Deeps, and that's when I will be then going back into the office, and I'll have to. I really like the format that we have for the time of the shows. I just don't know how I'm going to balance my life with it. I just don't know. Something's going to have to get cut. That's just either the length of the episodes or there's just certain things that are kind of non-negotiable. I don't know. Side gaming, maybe. Probably it. Probably a lot of my side stuff I do. Just need, part of it is I'm gonna need steps. If I had like a walking desk,
where is it
work.
you would like to go, lass? For just a few coin, my griffins can get ye there fast.
Let's finish the quest. Alright, so after that you get the summoning. Now, yeah, like I said, because those elementals are like level 36, 37. So you're not, you would need to be at least closer to level 35 to complete this on your own without help. Then it says also unlocks the essence of the exile. Is that part of our quest? The Wind Watcher, yeah, that's technically why this is a 7 or whatever. So essence of the exile, the cauldron bubbles, its vapors beckon. You just put the stuff in there. The charms sink slowly into the cauldron depths. A large bubble rises to the surface of the liquid and breaks in a churning lump of molten rock as revealed. That will give you the essence of the exile. So that's probably like a repeatable. And then you can then use that to do the summoning if we look at our quest database here. So I'm ready to perform the ritual to summon Cyclonian. When he summoned you, here he is a picture. You must defeat him and take his whirlwind heart. This I will use to instill a weapon with Cyclonian's power. Are you ready to face the Wind Lord? I must have the whirlwind heart. You did it. You defeated Cyclonian and gained the whirlwind heart. So you do have to travel to a couple places, but really it's all Eastern Kingdoms. No bosses, no elites. It's really not that hard, other than the fact that it is not doable at level 30 solo. And that will unlock, and then he himself, what is Cyclonian? That part I don't know. Let's see what it says right here in the comments. He is a level 40 elite. Okay, so it is, there you go. So at the end, he is a level 40 elite, and that will give you Whirlwind Weapon. This is where we're gonna go. I'm gonna go to the inn. We'll read the finale here. And that'll be it for today's episode. Probably tomorrow, but if not, in the next couple days, I'll post that mini one I was talking about so I get an extra non-game lore episode produced. But not today. I have the Whirlwind Heart and am ready to place it within your vessel of choice. Choose your weapon and know that its power is part of Cyclonian. So you can get the Whirlwind Axe, which I believe every single person takes. I don't think I've ever seen the others, but maybe, and I just don't notice them. So 3556 is actually, the hammer at 3574 is the greatest DPS. The Whirlwind Sword would be the middle. Says you will also, I don't know, you get to choose. All right. Now, 15 strength and 14 stamina matches for all of them. So nothing else matters. It says... I'm wondering if there's... You will want the axe if you're arms because a lot add weapon damage, and that's not DPS, it's actually damage. So you want the slowest moving weapon that hits for big. So the 5% crit for axe spec. Yeah, so it just basically says orcs only axe. Humans axe if you take axe spec, mace, or sword. Sword works better. I don't know. So that's why when I play Horde, I see most people taking the axe. I don't know. All right, so that's it. We've done that one, but right away, once we hit level 31 with each of these guys, we'll have more Warlock stuff to do. If you look at the class quests, I don't think anything else comes around. Yeah. Druids and Hunters, they're toast. At 35, we have some mage stuff. And 31, then 35 for Warlock. So it's just the Warlocks and Mages. I don't know why they have so much more quests than the other classes. So we'll do 31 for Warlocks, and then at 35, again, Warlock Mage. All right, thanks, everybody. We have another episode in the pipe, 5x5. I will check you tomorrow. I thank you all so much for watching, for tuning in. Subscribe if you like the show. Like it. And if you want to check out the Assassin's Creed, Lore of Assassin's Creed content, there's 5 episodes up now on the Patreon. You can get the first couple ones for free. Go ahead and check that out too. I'll put the link in the comments. Thank you so much. See you guys. Peace out.